A network-attached storage, or NAS, is a simple server for your home or small office. Think of it as a private cloud that you own and control completely. Instead of storing your important files on a single computer's hard drive, you keep them on a central device. This device is connected to your home network. Any computer, phone, or tablet on that network can then access the files stored on it. This makes sharing documents with family members very easy. It also provides a single, safe place to back up all of your computers, protecting your precious photos and documents from loss. A good NAS can do much more than just store files, acting as a hub for your digital life. One of the biggest names in the NAS world is Synology. Their devices are famous for being powerful and easy to use. The secret to their success is the operating system, called Disk Station Manager, or DSM. This software has a clean, web-based interface that looks like a desktop. It comes with a massive app store called the Package Center. You can install apps to turn your NAS into a media server, a photo management gallery, a personal backup cloud, or even a security camera surveillance station. Synology has built a reputation for reliable hardware and excellent software that just works, which is why so many people choose their products. The convenience and power of a Synology NAS come at a price. Official Synology hardware can be quite expensive, especially if you want a model with a powerful processor or lots of drive bays. For many home users, the cost can be a significant barrier. This is where the idea of building your own NAS becomes very attractive. By using standard PC components, you can often build a machine that is more powerful than an official Synology unit for a fraction of the cost. You get to choose the exact processor, amount of RAM, and case that fits your needs and budget, offering a level of customization that you cannot get off the shelf. This is the core appeal of a do-it-yourself project. You are not just buying a product, you are creating a solution tailored specifically for you. Building your own NAS gives you complete control over the hardware. You can start with a small, inexpensive setup and expand it over time as your needs grow. Want to add more hard drives later? Just make sure your case has enough space. Need more processing power for streaming video? You can upgrade the CPU. This flexibility is a huge advantage for tech enthusiasts who enjoy tinkering and getting the most performance for their money, creating a truly personal server for their home network. So, how do you get that fantastic Synology software to run on your custom-built PC? The answer is a project called XPEnology. This is a community-developed bootloader that allows you to install Synology's Disk Station Manager, or DSM, on non-Synology hardware. In simple terms, the XPEnology bootloader tricks the DSM installer into thinking it is being installed on a genuine Synology device. This clever workaround lets you enjoy the full Synology experience, with its user-friendly interface and extensive app library, but on the computer you built yourself. It is the key that unlocks the door to a powerful, low-cost DIY NAS. The popularity of XPEnology stems from its ability to democratize access to high-end NAS features. It bridges the gap between expensive pre-built systems and the complex world of traditional server operating systems like Linux or FreeNAS. While those systems are powerful, they often have a steep learning curve and require command-line knowledge. XPEnology, on the other hand, gives you a polished, graphical interface that is easy for beginners to navigate. This makes it an ideal choice for home users who want the power of a custom server without the headache of managing a complex system. It is the best of both worlds. Before you begin your XPEnology journey, it is important to understand what it is and what it is not. XPEnology is not an official product. It is a community-driven project maintained by a group of dedicated volunteers. This means there is no official support from Synology, and you rely on community forums for help and guidance. Updates can also be tricky. When Synology releases a new version of DSM, you must wait for the XPEnology developers to update the bootloader to be compatible. Rushing to install an unsupported update can break your system, so patience is a critical part of using XPEnology successfully. To get started with an XPEnology build, you will need a few key hardware components. First, you need a compatible computer. This can be an old desktop PC you have lying around or custom parts you buy for the project. You will need a motherboard, a CPU, and some RAM. For storage, you will need at least one hard drive, but using 2 or more is recommended for data redundancy. Finally, and most importantly, you need a small USB flash drive. This USB drive will hold the XPEnology bootloader and must remain plugged into the NAS at all times for it to function correctly. The installation process for XPEnology is surprisingly straightforward, but it requires careful attention to detail. The first step is to download the correct XPEnology bootloader for the version of DSM you want to install. You will find these files and detailed guides on the XPEnology community forums. You will also need software to write the bootloader image to your USB flash drive. Once the bootloader is on the USB drive, you need to edit a configuration file on it. This file, called grub.cfg, needs to be modified to include the serial number and MAC address for your specific hardware, which helps DSM identify your machine. With the USB drive prepared, you can move on to the hardware. Assemble your PC components just as you would for any standard computer build. Install the CPU, RAM, and motherboard into the case, connect the power supply, and install your hard drives. The crucial step here is to plug in your prepared USB bootloader drive. Then, you need to enter your computer's BIOS or UEFI settings. Here you must configure the computer to boot from the USB drive first. This ensures that the XPEnology bootloader runs every time you turn on the machine, paving the way for the DSM installation. Now for the magic. With the computer set to boot from the USB drive, turn it on. If everything is correct, the XPEnology bootloader will load. Next, go to another computer on the same network and open a web browser. You will use Synology's official tool, the Synology Assistant, or a special web address, find.synology.com, to locate your new unconfigured NAS on the network. The tool will see your machine as a new disk station waiting to be set up. This is the moment you know the bootloader has successfully tricked the system. The final step is to install Disk Station Manager. The web interface will guide you through the process. You will be prompted to upload the DSM installation file, which you should have downloaded earlier from Synology's official website. The installer will then format your hard drives and install the operating system. This process can take about 10 minutes. Once it is finished, your machine will reboot and you will be greeted with the beautiful DSM login screen. You have successfully built your own Synology-like NAS and are ready to start configuring it for file sharing, backups, and media streaming. Once your XPEnology NAS is up and running, a world of possibilities opens up. The most common use is as a central file server. You can create shared folders for your family to store documents, photos, and videos. This eliminates the need to email files back and forth or use external hard drives. You can access these files from any Windows, Mac OS, or Linux computer on your network. With Synology's mobile apps, you can even access your files from your smartphone or tablet, giving you your own personal cloud storage solution that is completely under your control and free of monthly fees. Another powerful feature is automated backup. Losing precious family photos or important work documents can be devastating. With DSM's backup tools, you can easily protect your data. You can set up your computers to automatically back up their files to the NAS on a regular schedule. For even greater security, you can configure the NAS to use a RAID array. RAID, or redundant array of independent disks, uses multiple hard drives to protect your data. If one drive fails, your data remains safe on the other drives, and you can simply replace the broken drive without any data loss. Your XPEnology box can also become the ultimate home media server. By installing the Plex Media Server or Synology's own video station package, you can organize your entire collection of movies and TV shows. The server will automatically download artwork, trailers, and other details, presenting your media in a beautiful, easy-to-browse library. You can then stream your content to smart TVs, streaming sticks like a Roku or Fire TV, game consoles, and mobile devices, both inside your home and on the go. This is a fantastic way to enjoy your media collection anywhere, anytime. Despite these incredible benefits, it is crucial to remember the trade-offs. The biggest advantage is cost savings and hardware flexibility. You get a premium NAS experience on affordable hardware. However, the main risk involves updates and stability. Since XPEnology is not officially supported, you cannot simply click the update button in DSM. Doing so could render your system unusable. You must wait for the community to release a compatible bootloader and follow a specific upgrade procedure. Hardware compatibility can also be a challenge, as not all network cards or storage controllers will work. But for the careful enthusiast, the rewards of building an XPEnology NAS far outweigh the risks.